Hello everyone, I am Magdala Ramirez and I come from the Maya Mexica tradition. Today it's such a special day and we are in this trecena that it is about Ocelotl, the jaguar. And this is reminding me so much about the story of Ixchel. So today we want to talk about this story. The story is that she born with a twin brother. And they born in the day of the shaman, the Ish. And it was such a powerful thing to see because her brother, everything was about ceremonies. Everything was about all these ceremonies that the community needed to do. But for Ixchel was different. It was about ceremony, but for her, she used to go into the beach and play her drum and connect with the Great Mother. And people come and ask her constantly, how we're going to do this ceremony, how we're going to do that ceremony. And her answer was always the same. Go with our heart. Our heart is the most important. There is no ceremony without the heart. Connect with the one that created you. Connect with the Great Mother. And all these women, they will come and ask her questions about it. And her answer was exactly the same. Ceremony is empty without the heart. So the women were not very happy because in some way they love when somebody tells them what to do. They love the rules and regulations, as you can see. They love that part about it because then nobody is responsible for anything. How can they trust their heart? How can they see that? Well, the story goes that Ixchel, she got in love with this very beautiful man. He was also a shaman, Itzama. And her love, it made her wet. And it wasn't about sex. It was just that love that it was constantly just flowing through her. And when she walked, people said, oh my gosh, she has all these rainbows around her. That is why she was also called Rainbow Woman. And it happens that one time, Itzama touched her and he goes, you have been with another man because you're wet. And she goes, no, please understand the love that I have for you. I'm always wet. And it is always flow, the water that comes out from the womb, constantly because of the love that I have for you. It is so much love that I'm always wet. I will never betray you. And Itzama just went like, And then it happens again. And he asked the same question. And she answered the same. And 4 times it happens. Until the 4th time that he asked the same question. And she answered in the same way. He punched her in the eye. And she felt so hurt by it. That she said, I'm going to go to the moon. And I will wait until the women are ready for that sisterhood. Until the men are ready for the love of a woman as a woman. And that is why she's also called the moon goddess. And when I think about this, I really want to think that she's back. That she's back in you, that she's back in me. But yet it has to do with a consciousness. a higher consciousness. In the stories of Ixchel, people will go and pray for her every time that they got a bad relationship, every time that they were hurt by a man. So they always said, Ixchel will come and turn into a jaguar, into the Balaam. She's going to turn into that ocelotl and defend the women. So she was also called for childbirth. Every single issue that it has to do with women, she was there. She was there to protect women, to teach women. She has always been there, and she's here now. Ixchel is such a beautiful, beautiful being, an entity that came to teach us about that sisterhood and about the water that comes out from the womb and how pure they are and how beautiful it is. And how it is that relation with the beautiful men. Yes, it is the emerging of the divine feminine. And it is that divine feminine, the one that it is leading the way. There are prophecies from all traditions that they talk about it, that in this time and space, the mother is going to be, the great mother is going to be talking to all of you. Inside of your heart, guiding you. Ixchel represents the woman aspect. Just like it is Magdala, just like it is Itlalmina, just like it is White Buffalo Calf woman. So many women that they have come in here to bring those teachings. Like you, like me. All these teachings that they are encoded in that beautiful DNA. I was thinking about the men. Really, in that emerging of the feminine is not about minimizing the men. It is not about pushing the men down, but about understanding the power that you have as a woman. It's about embracing who you are as the daughter of the Great Mother. And so is the daughter, and so is the mother. So is the mother, so is the daughter. That's how the ancestors put it. And when you embrace your own power, actually you are enlightening your male side. You are enlightening your way of living. You are enlightening your manifestation. The divine feminine and the divine masculine, it really are holding hands, no matter if you're a man or a woman. Or even sexual preferences has really nothing to do with it. As you know, I'm not talking about penis and vaginas. I'm talking about the hemispheres of your brain. One is feminine, the other one is masculine. And yet there is a bridge, a part of you that it is able to connect both of them. And that balance within your own self open the portals of your original dimension, which is the fifth. The first key, it is that balance. What is it in this story of Ixchel? That it is encoded in you. When you are in that balance, it's not about competition to other women or even competition to the men. For such a long time, women thought that the men were powerful, so they wanted to turn like a man and fight like a man. And they do everything related with that, and they forgot they have this incredible power as a woman. Because you have the other side of the brain too open, even though that it does needs to be used. And so it is for the masculine. The man needs to see something in front of them to click inside. They need to see that sacred woman, that they can find that sacred woman within themselves. They go in deduction mind from the outside to the inside. For the women it's different. That is from that inside to the outside. And that has been the big struggle, because for such a long time, women didn't know how to do this. Women didn't know how to understand the sacredness. Nobody maybe told you when you were growing up how sacred you are. Actually, the messages that you receive is that women were not as important as men. A big programming that it needs to be overcome, because it is that part in you that recognizes it. For the Great Mother, everyone is her children. You know, the Great Mother and the Great Father, they don't have chauvinism, as you can see. The next world is not matriarchal nor patriarchal. It's actually both happening at the same time. A strong woman, it really brings forward that strong men. And vice versa. And breaking the things from the system is very important. I mean, you were told, maybe, when you were growing up, that you needed to find a man, that you needed to do whatever it takes to catch it. Imagine that one. That is a sad story. They told you that you needed to have a man. They didn't tell you that it's about love. You want to love a man, not need a man. You don't need anybody, actually. You just need you. And with you, all your relations will change. But competition between women, sisterhood, has been funky for many generations. Mothers competing with daughters. Daughters competing with mothers about daddy issues. Sisters fighting constantly because of that competition. It has been in so many levels, all these situations about women. Women using their power in the wrong way because they didn't know better. They didn't understand these teachings. You see, these teachings are the most important teachings right now for men and for women, both. Men needs to learn how to see a woman again in that sacredness that she is. And the woman is a teacher of love. What kind of a lessons you're given to the men? I love men. I love men so much, so many beautiful men in my life. Starting with my dad, he was amazing. When I think about it and work on it and how it feels to work with women, yeah, you'd really need to have it together. Because women attack constantly because that's how they were taught. Women don't have good relationship with their mothers usually. I'm talking in general, of course, because the mothers didn't know these teachings and most likely they didn't. So the fight between women, it's horrible and it needs to stop. There are such a thing of a code of honor of the feminine. And I think it's in my website. You can check it out. How important it is, because when women gather together in healing, in sisterhood, it is so much power. So much power. The ancestors have this ceremony, moon dance ceremony, once a year. Women from all over. Women from all ages, they will come. And the whole purpose is to reestablish the connection with the Great Mother. And it was about 3 songs. The first song was about, tell me what's going on with you. Talk to me. What is it that it is bothering you? Tell me the story. That's the first song. And that has to do with, can you speak about what is going on in your heart? The second song, it has to do with declare and vow. I'm going to follow the ways of the Mother, because from me depends the whole community. If women are happy, everyone is happy. The whole land flourish. You want to see how the land is? Well, see the women in there. Everything was about that beautiful second song. The third song, it's about a prayer for all these papalotlis, the butterflies. Guide the Mother, guide them back home. Guide the women back home, because from the women, everything is being born. Mama is not happy, nobody's happy. But a woman that it is wounded, it is inheriting that woundedness to their children. She needs to heal. And it is the Great Mother, the one who heals you. We have many other stories that talks about this. You have the Koyorshowski and the Cuautlicue, that it teach you that it is okay to talk about it so you can heal. It is okay to tell the Mother and ask for help. There are many aspects of the feminine that the men have no idea, because they were only relating with the dark feminine for all these generations. They didn't know other things. They didn't know that a woman was sacred. It is sacred. They didn't know about the sacredness of life. They didn't understand those ways of the feminine, that through those, beautiful realm within the self, that abstract, you have so much power. And the men too, they have that power. Their mothers taught them how to relate with their own heart. So there is a lot to heal in the men too. But today we want to talk about this because it is the Ocelotl wave. The shape-shifting of Ixchel, that she is leading the way. In the times of the Magdalas, Mary Magdalene, and how it has been the journey of the divine feminine. We have a school online that I want you to be in it. We work so much in bringing these teachings. We make so many spiritual work that it is truly amazing. We have many courses. We have many things going on. In the school we have ceremonies that it is taking place. And I want you to be part of it. Send me an email. It is magdalas.com, the website. That is MAGDALAS.com. We choose that name because of Mary Magdalene, the divine feminine. She is the one that it is giving birth to that divine masculine. And call it Magdalas in plural includes you, a portal that it is always there. I want you to also download messages from the Great Mother. I love that app in your phone. Every day you have a new message. Every day. And it is so beautiful to see that you are always connected, those perfect synchronicities. Everyone has a different message. I was thinking about that. Creating that app, it has been such an honor. People from everywhere sharing, oh my gosh, I received this message and that was so perfect. Keep on sending your emails and visit our website. And sign up for our free newsletter. Thank you for your work. Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate, Tlatzokomate. I am you. I am Magdala.